In the early hours of the first day of September 1939, the German army, led by the fascist dictator Adolf Hitler, invaded Poland. It was the beginning of a global conflict that would prove to be one of the most devastating losses of human life this world has known. The previous World War, sometimes labelled rather ironically the Great War, had been a bloody and horrific conflict that mainly consisted of trench warfare, leading to the loss of thousands of young men's lives. It raged through Europe until it came to a climax in 1918 with a total surrender. Germany, the defeated nation, built up a growing resentment towards the rest of the world due to the financial repayments and loss of territory imposed upon the country by the Treaty of Versailles. In addition, Italy, who had fought against Germany in this war to end all wars, as it was christened, believed that the cost of fighting had done nothing to gain them any territory, and so became compassionate to Germany's fate. Japan, yet another victor, became incensed and restless because it was unable to gain control of neighbouring China. This catalyst of events, due mainly to a policy of appeasement by the United Kingdom and France, who were in continual disagreement about nearly every post-war policy, can now be viewed as unintentionally sowing the seeds of the Second World War. America's involvement in World War I came late in the conflict. Up until then, they'd adopted the diplomatic policy of isolationism, which allowed them strict neutrality in world events and a fair avoidance of siding with one or another country in order to protect the citizens of their homeland. However, this was to drastically change when a telegram was intercepted from the German Foreign Secretary Arthur Zimmermann to the German ambassador in Mexico. In it were details of a plan to allow Mexico and Japan to join with Germany in an attack on America in order to gain more control over the outcome of the war. Unexplained attacks by German submarines on U.S. Army ships in the Pacific and around the United Kingdom hastened the declaration of war by America, and directly because of the increased men and firepower supplied by this enraged and noble nation, the outcome of World War I swung in their favour.